I want you to enroll to the Moodle, Mathematics 2 Moodle. Do you know how to go to the Moodle? I think you are familiar with the Moodle uh, platform, is it? So let me share with you the part of Moodle. Let me change the content now. Okay, please go to your Moodle. Go to Moodle and then try to find the group of MATD123. So if you want to go to this group, what you can do here is click College of Engineering, then select the foundation and diploma, then go to foundation. Okay, your lecturer's name here, Muhammad Taqiyuddin, and then go to the code of mathematics 2, which is this one, mathematics 2. Okay, MATD, is it correct? Yeah, just click mathematics. So I do believe you can see this thing, this part, up until week 1. Okay, you have the course outline, you have the teaching schedule, you have the attendance, and also chapter 1. So before I start with the first session, which is your briefing session today, I want you to click the attendance part here. Boleh try click tak? See what happened there? Apa yang berlaku? Can you try to give me some response on it? Apa yang berlaku?
Sir,
Nampak attendance?
Sir, can I know what is the enrollment key, sir?
Enrollment key. Oh, you don't have an enrollment key yet. Let me in. The enrollment key is let me in. L huruf besar, L in capital letter, I also in capital letter. Okay, the enrollment key here is let me in. Okay, no space. Let me in. Okay, without spacing. L in capital letter, I in capital letter. Okay, we have 40 participants right now, so we still need to wait for another 6 of you. Okay, let me in. Okay, for those who just joined us, I want you to go to the Moodle and then go to the new group, which is Mathematics 2 Moodle. Then please enroll into that particular group so that you can get the content later. Okay, so you can start to download all these 3 files: course outline, teaching schedule, and also chapter 1. Okay, so basically chapter 1 here, we can try to finish it within maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, it's okay. But right now I want you to focus on the part of attendance. Can you click in on the link there? See what happened there? Apa yang berlaku ya kalau you tekan? Saya pun tak pasti what happen if you try to click on this part. This is what happened in my monitor. I don't know what happened if we try to click it. I'm not sure because this is my first time using this part, so I want to see the results there. What happened actually? Ada apa-apa? Is there anything that you can see from the attendance there? 7 September. Oh, let me try to this. Try to see again what happen if we try to click attendance. Ada apa problem lagu? Okay. Boleh ha? You can unmute yourself kalau you nak cakap. Dah ke? Hello? Any response from the audience? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Apa yang berlaku kalau you tekan attendance? What happen if you try to click the attendance there?
Tak ada apa pun,
Tak ada
sir.
apa-apa, kosong ke? Nothing eh?
Dia ada lah. Ada tapi tak...
Tak ada apa-apa eh?
You just tulis taken session.
Dia suruh jump into chapter 1.
Oh, jam chapter 1. Tak apa. Ni kalau dia masuk ni kita attendance you all lah ni. You tekan je benda tu. Supaya saya boleh nampak and then I can keep track of your attendance later. Boleh eh? So I think 40 of you, so 40 ni saya nak semua tekan the attendance there before we end our session today. Okay? Alright? Okay, kalau nama dah ada kat situ, tak apalah kot, saya dah ambil dah your attendance dah. Tak apalah, nanti saya godek-godek balik lah this thing, apa benda ni. Okay? Oh, present lah ni, kira present lah ni kalau you ada tu. Okay, alright. So have you download all the files there? So you can go through that one. So let me share with you one of it. So let us go through the first file, which is the course outline. Content. Okay. Okay, I think once you click the course outline, you can get this kind of files, which is this file content of the important information regarding your course here, which is mathematics 2. So the course code for the subject right now is MATD1013. I do believe that from 41 or 40 of you here, 3 of you is taking MATD123. Ada 3 orang ambil 123 MATD123, which is the old syllabus. Okay, but it's okay. Don't worry about that because you are going to have the same topic as your friend here, except that you have one more additional topic to be covered, which is complex number. Okay, those who taking MATD 1023, the new course code, you have already learned complex number last semester, betul? Am I right? So for those who have the old course code, okay, you akan belajar MATD 123, akan belajar satu lagi chapter, dan that chapter I will put it into recording and give to three of you. So you are going to get a different set of question later. So in exam nanti kalau ada test 1, test 2, test 3, okay, your exam will be a bit different compared to those taking MATD the new code here 1023. So 123 and 1023, the only difference is on the part of examination, but for the content of the class, I think is 90% similar. So tak ada masalah untuk tu, which is MATD 123 you ada lebih syllabus lah. Okay, tapi don't worry, ini tak bermakna it doesn't mean for those taking the new code tak belajar apa tu complex number. You already learn it last semester. Okay, boleh faham ke? Can you understand it? Alright.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so I put here the additional note here. The course code is 1023 or MATD 123. It's only 3 of you, I think, taking this part. So I just include you all into the same group here because I think the syllabus is 90% similar. Should be okay there. Okay, so the prerequisite, as I already told you, that you should pass the mathematics one here. You should pass MATD 1013 or you should pass the MATD 114. This is the old syllabus 114. So I think maybe majority of you already passed it, or all of you already passed. If you don't pass the subject, so immediately you need to drop this subject. Okay. Alright, so this is the most important thing that we can need to discuss is on the part of our assessment. Okay, this is the things that I require you to do along this semester, which is uh, the things that can contribute into your grade here. So you are going to have a quizzes, assignment, test 1, test 2, and test 3. Again, you don't have final exam. Okay, so you are going to regard the test 3 here as your final exam there. So for those who already take the MATD 1013 with me, I think you have the similar format as last semester. Okay, which is you are going to have quizzes, assignment, test 1, test 2, and test 3. So for quiz here, it's only 10%. So I will conduct 2 quizzes, 2 quiz. And here, since it is 15%, so it will be 3 assignments. So if you want to distribute the percentage evenly, so basically for each of the assignment will give you 5%. Okay, so far boleh faham? Can you understand it? Okay, then you need to do test 1, test 2, and test 3. Okay, test 1, test 2, and test 3. So make sure you submit your test 1, test 2, and test 3 because last semester some of you just did the test 3. Okay, although you score for test 3, but you don't submit any of the assessment here, starting from quiz, assignment, test 1, test 2, you don't submit anything. So basically, you can fail the subject. Okay, because you only have 25%. Okay, it's not enough for you to pass. So in order for you to pass the subject, at least it require you to obtain about 40%. Okay, of the total marks there. So if you get 40%, okay, you can consider you pass the subject, which is you can go to the next stage to take mathematics 3. Okay, or otherwise you need to repeat the subject. Okay, so if you get 50%, you already get credit for it, which is it will give you C. And 80%, if you get 80%, you dapat berapa? Dapat A kan? Alright, so I think you're already familiar with the grading system that I have here. Okay, so far any question? Okay, you can unmute your microphone if you have any question. Ada apa-apa soalan? Ada? Saya tak dengar apa-apa ya.
Yeah.
So can I consider if I don't hear anything, it is actually you understand?
Sir nak tanya boleh?
Yes. Siapa ni tanya ni?
Kalau quiz kan dia ada masa ke macam sir bagi berapa hari macam tu?
Oh,
Kalau
okay.
assignment pun ada masa.
Good question.
Ah,
Okay, so for assignment, usually I will give you maybe a few days for you uh, to do it, and then you need to upload the solution later. This is for assignment. So basically, the assignment here, okay, you can actually discuss with your friends, but make sure your work is in your individual work. Okay. Uh, but for quiz here, basically I will set up the quiz online. Okay, which you can see from the last semester, siapa yang ada last semester, I think you already know how I set up the quiz online, which is you have the objective question, and sometimes you are required to do calculation where you need to type your answer there. But the time is very limited there. It's only 1 hour, and the time is fixed. So
okay
usually,
sir.
usually I will try to pick the class hour for the quiz. So we only have a Monday class, is it? So you can
Yes.
expect that I will actually try to conduct quiz on any Mondays that I like. Okay. So actually I will try to remind you maybe a week before I conduct the quiz. Is it okay?
Okay.
Alright, so quiz will be just by clicking or typing in using your keyboard there. Assignment, okay, you are required to do it by using your handwriting. Then you need to upload it back into Moodle. So please make sure you enroll into Moodle. Okay, my class Moodle. Okay, or otherwise it will be a bit difficult for you to get the marks and also the feedback from the marks. So test 1, test 2, test 3 also I will put a restriction on the time. Okay, as I conduct last semester, it's only 2 hours for each test. So I will pick the time, and then you are required to do your calculation in 2 hours only. 2 hours including the submission time, bukan 2 jam tambah minimum rest minute. 2 hours is actually include the time for the submission. So basically you only have 1 hour 30 minutes to answer the question, and the balance of 30 minutes is for you to submit your test later. Okay, so I will explain later when it comes the date, or when the day comes for the test 1, test 2, and test 3. Okay, all right. But I think it's quite fair because for test 1 is only I will only test you on 2 chapter, test 2 only 2 chapter, and test 3 maybe 2 chapters only. So it will be a different chapter. So once you finish with the chapter, you can actually try to forget about it. Okay, it's not related to your final, because if I try to set up the final for the final assessment, you need to deal with all the chapter from chapter 1 until chapter 5, so it will be bit difficult for you to study lah. But here I try to make it easy, okay, by divide it into 3 tests instead of having 1 midterm and also final. But maybe after the MCO leave, I will go back to the old format, which is you are going to have a midterm and also final. Okay, when we have the face-to-face class. Okay, can you understand it? Boleh faham ke?
Boleh.
Alright, so I think some of you stay in hostel, betul? Betul ke? Still
Yeah,
understand?
betul.
Okay. So if you want to have the apa orang kata appointment, kalau rasa a bit difficult for learn online class and need to have help in a maybe to face session, maybe we can set up appointment. So this is my room number. Okay, TA level 5229. Okay, so maybe you can contact me first. And you have my telegram, right? So just contact me. Maybe we can set up the day of the appointment later. Okay, but you need to follow some SOP lah before you enter the office. Okay, alright. So you can also reach me by using my email there, akidin@uniten.edu.my. But if you want to have a immediate response, I think it's better for you to use Telegram. Okay, we have our Telegram groups. So if you want to get a immediate response, you can try to un, to ask me using your Telegram group. But maybe if you ask me during a night session, it will be a bit difficult for me uh, to give response uh, as soon as possible. Maybe saya dah tidur kan, mungkin. And then for this semester, I have class on Tuesday, Wednesday, and also Thursday malam. So because I also need to teach mathematics 1 student, so they have a night class for it. So it will be a bit difficult for me to entertain you if you try to contact me malam lah. So I encourage you to ask me within the office hour time. Okay? Alright. But it's okay kalau you nak tanya malam pun apa. Tapi kalau saya ada masa, saya reply lah. Kalau saya tak ada masa, I will try to respond it early in the morning. InsyaAllah. Alright? Okay, so you can read by yourself what is the course description. So if you can read here, basically most of our calculation will be based on differentiation and integration. So in mathematics 1, I think you already learn a basic techniques of differentiation and integration. So please try to do revision on it again because you have a break for such a long time, I think. Maybe more than 1 month, is it? So I know there's a tendency for you to forget this thing. So please do revision on this part because we are going to see the transcendental function for this semester. So what is the transcendental function? If you uh, have learned in your, I think your secondary school, if you took the maths, you already see the function of exponent. I think the exponent function is quite popular once the outbreak of the COVID happened, I think. Okay, they try to avoid the graph to become exponent, okay, for the infection. So this thing we are going to learn. What does it mean by the exponent graph? And how to deal with the differentiation of the exponent and also how we integrate the exponent part. Also, we are going to see how to deal with the logarithmic function, which is ln x. Okay, maybe some of you already learned this part, so maybe some of you know nothing about this one, but don't worry, we are going to learn it. Okay, so we are going to see the polar coordinates and rectangular coordinate also in this course. So I think you can read by yourself all this part. And I think the most difficult part for the semester here is, or for the syllabus here is, you need to deal with what we call as a application of differentiation and integration, which is this number 3 and number 4 there. Okay, you need to deal with the differentiation to calculate the related rates and find the maximum and minimum value. This is the application. And number 4 also is the part of the application where you are going to calculate the area of the graph and also the volume of the solid when we try to rotate the graph. Okay, so we are going to learn it when the time comes later. Okay, just a brief one for this part. Okay, you can look into the course outcome. This is the things that what you should achieve once you finish your mathematics 2 syllabus. So you should know how to deal with the differentiation and integration. You should know what is the transcendental function is. You should be able to solve the integral using various techniques, which is we are going to learn on how to deal with substitution method. We also are going to learn about the techniques of integration by parts. I think last semester some of you do the test by using integration by parts. So since mathematics 1 don't require you to deal with integration by part, so I deduct some of your marks there. Okay, because it's not related to the subject, but right now you can deal with it maybe once we learn chapter 2. We also can see on how to deal with a partial fraction later. Partial fraction. Okay, I think partial fraction is a new one for you because during your SPM level you don't learn about this one. Okay, so number 3, number 4 is number C3. C3 is basically the course outcome for chapter 3. CO4 is course outcome for chapter 4. And we have a chapter 5. And for those taking MATD 123, we have another outcome for CO6, which is you are going to deal with a complex number. Okay, this is for the 3 students there, right? Okay, so for the complex number here, it will be pre-recorded. Okay, so I will record the video and then I will give to you the things here. So if you get any question, you can ask me. Okay. Okay, this is the COPO. Okay, if you can see here, this is the topic. We have 11 topics for MATD 1013. That is 11 topik in total. This is for MATD 1013. But for those who take the all topics, ni ada tambah satu lagi which is topic 11, topic 12, which is apa tadi? Complex number. This is for MATD 1, 2, 3. Ada 3 orang yang ambil tu. Okay, basically you learn the same thing, but for the last topic, you have extra there. Okay, so we have a module for mathematics 2. I will upload it. So if you see the screen just now, mana tadi? Nampak ke? Hello?
Tak, sir.
Nampak eh? Kalau tengok sini ada chapter 1 ni. Chapter 1. This is one, I try to split the module into chapters lah.
Cannot see.
Saya tak nampak.
Tak
Tak
nampak.
nampak eh? Tak nampak eh? Sekejap. Okay. Sekejap eh. Nampak ke?
Nampak.
Nampak?
Sir.
Nampak? Okay. Kan nampak kat week 1 here, you have a chapter 1. This is a part of the module because basically, we have module for chapter 1 until chapter 5. But since we are going to learn it bit by bit, so I try to potong-potong lah sikit-sikit eh. So I upload the chapter 1 first. So this is our module. And then you can also refer back to the nampak? This thing. Okay, the textbook there. Okay, maybe you can try to find it online. This one, these two, and number 3 additional. Okay, so I think you can go through by yourself this part. And the rest of it just the general part of the Department of Engineering. Okay, so far any question? Boleh assessment tadi saya dah terangkan for those who just join us. You can try to ask your friend. So let me recap this part. Okay, for assessment, we conduct 2 quizzes, which is for each quiz will be 5%. So 5 plus 5 will be 10%. Assignment, saya akan buat 3. I will conduct 3 assignments. And the full mark for each assignment is 5%. So if you times it by 3, it will be 15. Test 1, test 2, test 3, for each of the tests will be 25%. And if you total together everything, it will be 100%. So please make sure once you deal with this one, you must obtain more than 40%, or otherwise you do not pass this subject. So try your best to score more than 40% for the subject. Okay, all right. So I hope you don't have any question. If you have any question, just unmute your microphone and just ask me. Okay. Okay, I want to share one more things here. Which is the can you see here the teaching schedule? Nampak ke?
Nampak.
Nampak ke tak nampak ni?
Nampak.
Nampak Okay, good. Okay, this is the things that yang saya cakap tadi lah. I try to summarize it into one page. Okay, tadi kita ada 11 topik in total. 11 atau 12, it depends on your code. Alright. So for the first topic, we tried my best to finish it in two weeks. Okay, 2 weeks. Natural logarithmic. Then we are going to proceed with topic 2. Okay. So once you finish the topic 2 here, I will provide you with the first assignment. So on the 25th of September, I will upload the question on the assignment 1. And please do submission according to the due date lah. Nanti I will try to put the due date there. Okay, maybe I give you a week for you to do the assignment and submit it. Okay, so this is a normal semester. It's not interim semester anymore. So we have 14 weeks in total. Ada 14 minggu. So tak ada terkejar sangat sebab kita ada 14 minggu. Dan I think all of you ada about 4 to 5 subject to be study kan. To be study, betul. So please make sure you plan your plan to do your work carefully. Okay, or otherwise you will get burden lah, because online ni this dengan online subject sometimes you tend to miss out some important points here. So please make sure you plan everything in a correct way lah. Alright. So I think most of you stay in your hostel, betul? So for the assignment, I think you can try to discuss first with your friends. Okay, it's not a big problem for you. Okay. So here you must take note on the week 5, number 5 there, which is you are going to have test 1. Okay. So test 1, I will test you on all chapter 1 part, which is chapter 1 is on this thing, natural log, inverse function, and exponent. Okay, sub until topic 3. Okay, so I already told you that I'm going to choose the date of our class. So our class will be on the 5th October. Am I right? 5th October is a morning. Um, uh, Sorry, it's a Monday class. So you can say that your test will be on the 5th October. Yeah. Okay, so you can see here your second test will be on the 23rd of the November. Test 2. Test 3, test 3 ni nanti saya akan tengok because test 3 is actually your final exam. So I will let you know maybe 2 or 3 weeks before we deal with our test 3 later on. Okay, so far any question? Once you can go through this teaching schedule. Ada apa-apa soalan? Okay, selepas week 9 you ada cuti seminggu. Termasuk cuti depa Bali. So I think should be okay for us to have holiday on that week. Okay, this one is consider your midterm break lah. Ada apa-apa soalan? Anyone? So no response. So everyone in silence. Okay, that's good. So I just consider you don't have any question for it. Okay, so this is the thing I want to show you. So what I'm going to do today is basically just a brief information on this part. So is there any problem for you to use WebEx? Okay, if I keep using WebEx for our live session?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Alright.
Ni lagi version Microsoft.
Boleh? Okay, alright. So what I want you to do, I want you to do revision on the part of integration and differentiation because next class, bila ke next week lah kan? Because I think some of you still struggling with the add drop session. Ada yang tengah buat add drop lagi. Saya rasa sebab dalam my Telegram group ada 50 orang tapi dalam sistem saya cuma ada 46 orang. So mungkin ada beberapa orang ni ada masalah lagi. So you still have time before I start my first lesson. Okay. So minggu depan kita akan start dengan natural logarithmic function where we are going to learn on how to